Keenan Gray here from DyeStat.com, just getting set for Nike Cross Nationals 2024 this weekend at Glendoveer Golf Course in Portland, and one of the athletes to keep an eye out for out of the Northwest region is this young man right here, Mr. Owen Powell from Mercer Island, Washington, which, here's a little fun fact for you, and he obviously knows it because he said it in an interview when it was at Northwest region. He said he was 283rd last year at Nike Cross Regionals Northwest. This year he was third, so maybe that's the highest jump ever from progression-wise to, I don't know, what would you call that?
Maybe. I mean, it's not something I'm super proud of, but I mean, it's at least improvement.
So, but you took a lot from that race last year, and you flourished during the indoor and outdoor season. You had an 800-meter title at NIN. You had a 1K record in the outdoor season. How much did that race at Boise last year fuel you to put you in a spot you're in right now?
I mean, definitely ending on a not so great note last year. Yeah, it definitely fueled me and hyped me up just going into indoor and especially outdoor. I think it mostly just left me hungry for more, because I don't think I left everything out on that race that I had to prove.
Yeah. Can we say you have some versatility now as a runner? We're not calling you a mid-distance runner anymore, because you have been phenomenal in the 3-mile and the 5K this season. I mean, Woodbridge, hole in the wall, what you just did at the Washington State Championships. I mean, what do you attest that to? And just was it the work you did in the summer? Was it what coach helped you out with during the off season? What really was it?
I mean, obviously it's a lot of the stuff that I've been doing with my coach and my team, but I think it's mostly just me getting older, me improving year by year by just staying consistent. I think that's the biggest piece I have to owe it to.
Yeah, let's talk about Woodbridge a little bit. I mean, just how special that race was, and I know one of the guys that raced you to the line is not here this weekend, but Josiah gave you a run for your money. Max Sturvey-Skinner, who is here, gave you a run for your money. I mean, what was the first thought you had actually after, maybe a couple minutes after crossing the finish line, because I'm sure you were a little dazed and confused,
yeah.
But what was the initial thoughts you had after that race?
I mean, I was a little just I guess couldn't believe it for a little while, but yeah, I just had no idea how fast, that time really was. I know it's cross country, so the time doesn't really matter, but yeah, at the beginning of the day, I wasn't trying to focus on time or anything. I was just trying to race everybody to the best of my ability. And I think mostly I was just super proud of that, and my team had such a great race that day too. So it was just a great. Mostly I was just thinking how stoked I was for not only myself but also my team.
Yeah,
I was really happy.
Did you learn a lot about yourself as a racer, especially knowing that you're not just an 816 guy anymore? You can do the longer stuff as well.
Yeah, I think that definitely gave me a lot of confidence. I don't think, I don't think it guaranteed me anything for the rest of the season, but at least set me up mentally wise, knowing that I was in that kind of fitness going into the rest of the season. So I think that was my main takeaway from that.
Hole in the wall was another good effort. It was a course record. Just what about that day at Lakewood High School was great. I mean, it was another great battle with you and Max Sturvey-Skinner as well.
Yeah, I was really happy with that today in particular, even though I didn't run, I guess, as fast as I did at Woodbridge, but that day I just kind of was feeling a little off. I was having some headaches on and off, and I'm really proud of that race just because even though I wasn't feeling 100%, I still gave 100% effort. And I think that's just a skill that it took me a long time to figure out. So I'm glad I was able to figure it out.
And Max passed you too, with 150 to go.
I think it was with 50 to go.
It was really close to the end.
Yeah.
When you saw him go by, it's no way, man, this is my race to win. So,
yeah.
I think, and you talked a little bit about your team this year, and you're most proud of that because not only did the boys win the state title this year at the 3A level, but the girls also did that as well. Just, I think it's 60 years since the boys last won a state title, I think?
Yeah, maybe even more than that.
Maybe even more than that. I think it was 1959 or something. I mean, how special was that? I mean, that to finally, do something for your school that, has had a couple of great individuals, but just hasn't had a great team in a long time.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely something super special I'll never forget. It's been something I've been working for since my freshman year, just trying to not only just improve myself, but help improve my teammates too, to get where we wanted to go. But I think that was just mostly really special because it felt like I wasn't just doing something for myself that day. It felt like I was really contributing to a team. And I feel like the stuff you contribute to a team is just that's even more than you contribute to yourself.
Yeah. The Northwest region was an interesting race.
For NXR?
Yeah, for NXR. Yeah, it was a very conservative type of start. Everybody was right there with each other. And then Taven decides, I'm going to take it with about maybe a kilometer to go or so, something like that. What did you take away from that race, and just how tightly bunched it was at the beginning? I mean, heck, Hayden Boaz fell at the beginning. There was just a lot of trampling. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened during that NXR Northwest race.
Yeah, I think that race is just a really just tough mentally and physical race. So I'm glad I was at least able to qualify and make it through to NXN. I don't think I gave, I think I had more to give, and I think I'm going to be able to, hopefully my goal is to be able to reflect that this weekend. But yeah, I mean, Taven threw in a just pretty tactically smart move at 1K to go, hitting it hard right before the sand. And yeah, I think that race being a week after the state meet, I think I was just the state meet was a very emotional race for me. I think it cost me a lot of emotional energy. But I think going into NXN right now, after what happened at NXR, I'm just left even more hungry for more.
I honestly had my money on either you or Nate Stadlander to potentially outkick him, but obviously he was able to get away from you guys.
Yeah, I mean, he ran a great race. Yeah.
At the very end. But so we're here now. I mean, it's crazy just to think. Last year you were 283rd at Northwest Region, and now you are here for an opportunity not only to be an All-American, but to win a national title. I mean, what does that mean to you just to hear something like that?
I mean, it's definitely really cool. I mean, I just think if you were to tell me like my freshman year or even my sophomore year that I'd be in this position, I probably wouldn't believe you. So I'm really fortunate and grateful that I've been able to do what I have this season to get here. So.
Yeah. And your boys' team's not here, but your two girls' teammates are here, Sophia and Victoria.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're not obviously racing against them in the same exact race, but what's it mean to, put on the jersey with them one last time for a cross-country race?
I mean, I think it would have been awesome to do it with the team, but having three people all from the same team make it to nationals, I think that's something really special. And yeah, that's just something really cool to me.
What's the outlook for Saturday? How do we get the job done, and what's it going to take to get a national title?
I think for me, I'm confident with my fitness right now. I think it's just going to be a matter of how mentally tough I am. And I think a lot of the races I've done this season have, even the ones that have gone well and the ones that haven't gone well, have set me up really well going into this race. So I come into this race just, feeling confident, not cocky, but at the very least, I'm just going to give it my 100% effort, give it all I got one last time for my high school season. 4
years have flown by fast, Mr. Powell. It has certainly been a treat to watch you these last couple of years. Best of luck on Saturday, and hopefully everything goes your way.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.